our guest is here. Our guest is a pretty big AEW fan. I want to hear what happened at Forbidden Door. And I'm also going to take down over the top.
Well, I mean, I just told you what happened at Forbidden Door.
Did you watch the show, Tony?
I didn't get a chance to see anything this weekend, man. I was fucking super busy.
Yeah, what'd you have going on? Let's talk about it.
Oh, we did already, bro.
Yeah, we talked about it. You missed it.
I'm sorry.
Parties all weekend, bro. Yeah.
Oh man.
So I will say this about Forbidden Door.
I botched it.
I'll say this about Forbidden Door for someone who, yes, Matt, literally just watched it. Jerk off, get some power.
Was it super fun?
To me, it wasn't an A+ show, but like some things hit and some things missed to me on this show. Like I think the match of the night for me, I always start there because I think that's a good conversation starter. I think the match of the night to me was the Blackpool Combat Club and Takeshita and Ishii versus the Bucks. Eddie Kingston and Ishii. I'm sorry. I think that was the best match on the show, with a close second being Omega Ospreay. A very close second being Omega Ospreay. And
I'm kind of surprised to hear that.
I'm kind of shocked by that. I'm not against it, but that's surprising.
Why? What do you mean? Like how so? I just enjoyed the storytelling of those two matches in general. Like I love the Eddie Kingston and Moxley like chopping the fuck out of each other while everyone else was doing high spots, but yet they just ended up in the ring together like the entire time. Like I enjoyed that very much, and the story of Eddie not wanting to be in the match unless it was with Claudio in the beginning was really cool. Yeah,
him saving Mox was really cool.
Yeah, him saving Mox was cool, and then they ended up battling each other in that whole segment. And to me, that match, while I had like the least expectations for it, totally exceeded them, which I guess made it my favorite match just because of how much it exceeded my expectations. There wasn't I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure we got more blood in the Omega Ospreay match than we did in that tag.
100%. I don't think it's even close.
Yeah. So like I was expecting it's a Moxley match, there's gonna be blood. It's a Blackpool Combat Club, there's gonna be blood. But there wasn't.
He didn't bleed. Moxley did not bleed in this match, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, which is also why I really, really, really liked it. Because it didn't. When you're surprised by something, it makes the match so much better. Like when then when they could tell a story without doing the same tricks and not having this like the same bells and whistles every single time, it's like it makes my appreciation of the match so much better. And also the finish I did not see coming. Ishii getting the pinfall, I did not see coming at all. Not only did I not see that coming, I didn't see them winning. So because I had picked Blackpool Combat Club to win the match because they're the cohesive, and I'll tell you the only thing that took me out of this match is that they gotta fucking start giving Wheeler Yuta something, man. He takes all the heat spots, he takes all the beatdowns, all the pinfalls. If you just having him come out with Claw and Mox.
He did just pin Omega though.
What's that?
He did just pin Omega recently though.
When did he pin Omega?
At Double or Nothing.
Fair. Okay. All right. You're right. Fair.
And I think he pinned Tanahashi like a week later or something. He pinned someone else really important like a week later.
But to me, for some reason, it just seems like on TV, he's always the guy that takes the brunt. It's never Mox. It's never Claudio. It's never Brian. It's always Yuta. And just coming out with those guys doesn't necessarily make you a top player. You have to actually do stuff. But if you're saying the stuff that you just said and that's accurate, then it's kind of a wash.
How dare you? Action Andretti's a fucking megastar because he beat Jericho. How dare you?
Everyone's beating Jericho now. So listen, Tony, Ollie, I said at the time, give it a shot, let it play out. Didn't work out. I was wrong on that one.
And it's a shame, man. But Kevin makes a good point, though. If you're going to have a guy step up and get these big wins, you got to make him feel like he's important. You got to build him up.
I agree. I think part of the problem with that is look at who he's attached to. Not that there aren't other things they can do for him, but it's hard when you're attached to Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson and Claudio.
Right.
Like, that's tough. I think they've given him some spots here and there. Like, him getting the pin at Double or Nothing was crazy. I never would have imagined him being the guy to do it.
So
do you find it weird that the 3 ex-WWE guys are like all on the team together?
I actually kind of like it. None of them are really around the title, which part of what I like about the show right now is like the Elite are doing Elite stuff. Like, their drama is a part of the show, which I like, I enjoy. And I kind of like this faction of ex-WWE champions. Not Claudio as far as world champion, but someone who a lot of people felt like wasn't being used as best as he could in WWE, which I think can be debatable, but I love him in this just dickhead, I'm better than you macho heel role. I think he's really good in it. And I like this role they're playing of like, we're professionals, everyone else are amateurs. And they've never really, I unless there's something I'm not remembering where they've hinted at WWE because of that, but I don't believe they have. I just like the vibe of the three of them together. I think it really fits, and I think Yuta's cool. I mean, I can kind of give or take on him, but they really have attached him to some big star power.
Yeah, and they have, and I feel like if you listen to any of the people that have been in wrestling long enough, they'll tell you that the whole purpose of forming a faction is that someone can split off and become a bigger star. That's almost impossible to do for Moxley, Claudio, and Bryan Danielson. Those 3 guys are made dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Wheeler Yuta at some point might get fed up with how he's being treated or how he's always taking the heat. Maybe that's a direction they can go, and then he breaks off, and maybe that helps him become that top guy that they clearly see in him. Otherwise, they wouldn't have attached him to, Mox and Bryan and Claudio. So,
Mm-hmm.
But Tony, I want to get back to your Action Andretti point. Like, he cooled off so freaking fast. And the obvious comparison to him would be the 1-2-3 Kid. Right?
Oh, here we go again. Yeah, no, that's what everybody said, but it kind of didn't turn out that way.
Well, 1-2-3 Kid ended up being a big star in WCW, but he totally cooled off after his run with oh God.
Oh, this is awesome! Oh my
Fire
God,
Man.
this is amazing!
Tell us a ghost story, Matt.
Yeah. Are you afraid of the dark?
I don't. Can you guys hear me?
He can't watch dark, so he's in the dark.
Well,
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Man.
I don't like this.
So what happened? Was it a big
Turn your lights
explosion,
on.
or your shit just kind of went out? Like,
No, all the fucking power went out. It's fucking thunderstorming like crazy over here.
dude, your arm was frozen in like mid button press, and Kevin and I were just standing there going, "Are we pressing it?" And go, "Oh shit, Matt's frozen."
We were just waiting like 2 dopes. Like what's going on?
Well, Danny, let me ask you this, right? So I saw that my favorite new tag team is no longer together, that Jungle Jack Perry turned on Hook.
Oh,
Why? Like, why is this an AEW thing where people team up for 2 weeks and then they can't stand each other anymore?
It hasn't been 2 weeks. They first got together a couple months ago. They had a couple matches together, and they have like a Jungle Hook is their team nickname, but remember like when AJ Styles and Jericho wrestled at Mania that one year? They had 2 tag team matches together. They sold merch for it, and then boom, Jericho turned on him and they had a WrestleMania match. It's not like it's not that big a deal. They were hanging out for a while. I think he got frustrated that he can't win a championship. He sees Luchasaurus win a championship before him. What he's doing now isn't working for him, so I think now he's going to go for the FTW championship.
Yeah, and the fact that Hook raised his hand like Jungle Boy won the match when Jungle Boy was clearly frustrated that he did not win the match was literally just like, all right, fuck you, I didn't win. Don't fucking raise my hand, you piece of shit, and I'm going to fucking clothesline you on the stage.
I like having Danny on because he's kind of like an expert on AEW, but he's not really like Wednesday anymore. It hasn't been Wednesday for a while.
Before I was Wednesday when it was cool, man.
Of course, you and Sleepy Ryan.
So hold on,
no, my guy.
Okay.
I gotta ask you, Orange Cassidy. It's not if, it's when. When are they pulling the trigger on? Good one, Dick.
Losing the belt?
No, fucking winning the big one, dude.
I don't know, man. But listen, I a couple, like maybe a month or two ago was the first time I'd said it in the Discord, which if you're listening and you're not a part of the Discord, you're fucking it up. I argue with Tony about AEW every day, and then I agree with him about what candy bars are best frozen in the freezer. So you're really missing out on a lot of shit if you're not part of the Wizards Discord. Best thing these guys have ever done. Please go join it now. I said in the Discord a month or two ago, Orange Cassidy is quickly climbing the ranks of best wrestlers in the world, and you could take that however you want. I mean it as far as his character, how his matches feel, about who he can wrestle and who he can work with, about stories he can tell, and about how you feel about him against any opponent you put him against. He checks every box for me. He makes matches against people not as experienced as him feel bigger, and he makes matches and he feels at home against matches with someone like a Kenny Omega. His gimmick works because it looks like, oh, he doesn't care and he's trying to get in their heads. But then if you don't know what he can do and you see him for the first time and he turns it on, you're like, what the fuck? Where'd that come from? When he does do big, impactful stuff, it feels bigger because he doesn't always do it. And the run he's been on with this championship has made it feel really important. And it's been just awesome match after awesome match after awesome match after awesome match. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world for me today. I think probably top 5.
All right. So thank you, Scott George. Bray Wyatt is in the chat. All right. So fight for
Tony, can I want to ask this question real quick because I did watch the show today, but I had to like jump through to make sure I watched it in time. Did Taz leave the broadcast after that happened?
Yes.
Okay, because they were like, we hope Taz is okay. I'm like, wait a second.
Fuck that. We hope Taz is okay.
Oh, he was fucking. He was holy shit. What
he was pissed. He's like, you're trying to be a professional, but this is horrible.
I didn't see that.
That makes
part.
sense, though. Weird. I like that.
Fucking Taz. All Taz does is try to pop people on commentary, which is fine, but come on, man.
Listen, when you're
come on, man.
He's run by a child. It doesn't matter what you do.
Fucking Jungle Jack Perry we're talking about here. Oh, he roughed up my kid. My kid can handle himself. What?
Oh no. Oh no. No,
he's fine. He's fine. Let him talk.
Yeah.
The story that they were telling is that Taz has been working with Hook and Jack Perry going over tape of Sonata, finding holes in his game. So
he mentioned
Taz
that on commentary, yeah.
Yeah, so Taz essentially is looking at Jungle Jack as part of the FTW camp. So to have somebody in your camp who you trust and then to have them turn around and Pearl Harbor, Hook, that's the reaction that you're going to get. And it was very genuine from Taz. I know Tony hates Taz.
I don't hate Taz.
Guests, but
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, so I didn't get that. The only thing that I got out of Taz was like when the crowd started chanting, "You fucked up." Taz was like, "What the crowd is chanting is pretty accurate right now. Like Jungle Boy fucked up. Like his Hook's gonna come back and like choke the shit out of him."
All right. Speaking of choking the shit out of people, Danny, I got another question for you.
Yes.
Fight Forever comes out tomorrow. Do you play the games? Are you getting it? What system are you getting it on? No?
I've never been a wrestling game guy.
Really?
Like not since like the 64 or PlayStation ones. I remember me and Aunt Money had on PlayStation the one I think it was just WCW Nitro where you could unlock like 80 hidden characters and you could fight as like a snowman or like a fucking bear or like the Statue of Liberty or some bullshit. Was never a big wrestling game guy. I'm kind of weird with video games. I like Halo and Fall Guys.
Well, this game is going to have the style of the N64 games. So yeah, this game will be like playing Rampage or playing No Mercy or playing Virtual Pro. So this is exactly like I'm not going to get it either because I haven't played a video game since Xbox 360. So
That's right, I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
This is the guy that also has been playing Crowbar's Atari 2600. Good job there, Handy.
I don't know if this is hurting or helping to show me.
No,
I love it.
Your audio is great now. You're good, man. You're good. No, because
I'm on your phone. Is that your phone?
Yeah.
You said yes.
You're better than your laptop.
We can't hear.
No, his audio will come in once he starts talking. It comes in. It's a little weird because it's on the ear.
I love it. I think it makes it. Listen, it's real life, man. Shit happens.
So anyway,
no. So my whole thing was I want to get it. I'm just afraid, like if I get it tonight, which is the last day of pre-orders, that by like next week it's going to be like half price or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of waiting for that like bargain bin price drop. Whenever that is, we'll see. But I'm gonna pass on it for now. But I have like no time to play video games anyway. Like I wish I could play more.
And a lot of times, like I've gotten bitten on a few of them where I buy the game and then literally a month later it's on Game Pass and it's like, why the fuck did I spend money on this? You know?
Yeah.
I'll see how it goes. I also don't like jumping on it because I know WWE's history with Ukes, where they were having so many problems with glitches and shit getting messed up and just waiting for patch after patch after patch. So, but it looks like it's going to be fun, man. It looks like a true throwback. And if it's got to create a character where you could just go crazy with your own shit, it's going to be huge replay value for years.
Like I remember like when I was super into video games, or even like when I knew something was dropping, like there was something really, really exciting about going to the store and like finding the game and like taking like the box without the game in it, showing it to them, and then they go behind the glass.
Yeah.
And they take it out and you're just like, yes, I got it.
Yeah.
And then you take it home and the game sucks.
I was talking to Ant Money again about like I miss going to GameStop at midnight for like all the midnight game release. Like it's just not a thing anymore, and like everything's downloaded and no stores. Like it sucks. It was really fun shit you get to do with video games.
Yeah, and even like going to get like Hasbro figures, and you find like they had the bin in the front of the KB 3 for $10. 3 for $10, and we're talking like, yellow card Shawn Michaels. We're talking like, green card Borga. We're talking like we're going nuts. 3 for $10, and you would get them, and you would like find the one that you want and make a decision. Like, do I want the other Bret Hart, or do I want the Razor with the black and gold? Like, which one do I want? Oh, Roman Reigns.
Fucking Roman Reigns is back.
Roman Reigns has entered the chat.
Why is he acting like Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, why Bray Reigns? Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns. What's going on here? The fucking
Reigns.
Roman Rave.
Yeah, Roman Rave. Yeah. Quote the rave, nevermore.
Oh man, Bad Dude Tito's gonna love this.
All right, so Tony, how about I do this?
So,
do you have pick music or no?
I don't think I do. Let me see. Yes,
I got a bone to pick with you, motherfucker.
It's time for the pay-per-view pick extravaganza! Forbidden fucking door!
All right.
You got a bone
to pick. All with all the fucking motherfucking Shining Wizards that we do these stupid fucking picks for.
I hate picks. I've been telling you this for 5 fucking years.
No. We've been doing picks for how long now?
5 years. This is the 5th year, bro.
If anyone ever misses a match, I'm like, hey, bro, you missed a match. No one could do me the fucking common courtesy of telling me I didn't pick a match.
What match didn't you pick?
Wait, what match did you
What
pick?
did you pick?
Fucking knows because everybody just fucking ignores the text, you motherfuckers. So I had to take an L on
Not
the
on
fucking
the text.
Bullet Club, the BCC against the Elite.
That's a pretty big one, man. That's
I
on
don't
you.
give a shit. This whole
Yeah,
pay-per-view is a
that's
fucking
a crazy
disaster.
miss.
That's on me. Fuck you, Kevin. That's on me. I've been telling you 100 times that you missed a match. That's on me. You ungrateful motherfuckers. All of you now. You miss a match. You're late. No more.
All right, I accept.
courtesy.
Wait,
I didn't notice.
Who would you have picked?
Notice you just fucking send it and you guys go about your day. Nobody checks.
Who would you have picked?
I would have picked the fucking Elite.
All right, we'll give you a point then. I don't give a shit.
Point.
I hate picks anyway. Take 5 points. What do I care?
Tony will win anyway. It
This
doesn't
is
matter.
a fucking disaster. I hate this shit. I'm so tired of winning. I want to lose.
All right, so I love picks, but it does seem to cause a lot of trouble.
It is trouble. Every weekend I gotta go, oh, fuck, another pay-per-view? I hate this shit.
It's the best. It's the best to listen to you guys talk about.
All right, so let's go through the picks right now.
We're just gonna read the numbers. As they
That's
come.
it. You guys you talked Forbidden Door. You covered the whole fucking show.
I was actually gonna ask you, Matt. I was happy you jumped back on because I was gonna ask.
How the fuck did Kevin go 10-3? Are you kidding me?
AEW expert. I watch every week, Tony. Don't sleep on me, baby.
I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead.
No, don't worry. I was going to ask Matt, what you thought about Ospreay Omega? We did not talk about it yet.
Ospreay Omega was awesome. I thought it. I have to go back and watch the Wrestle Kingdom match, but I think it was a completely different match from the Wrestle Kingdom match. But I think, man, they fucking brought it. And it was funny because I saw Alex Kane tweet today, all you fucking indie people with no money, don't be trying this Tiger Driver 91 on me.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Dude, they fucking pulled some shit out. Look, and the Don Callis stuff, if I can pick nits, Paul Turner's going to throw out Don Callis and he comes back out, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of him throwing Don Callis out, doesn't it?
Yeah, referees have no power in AEW.
That was bad. I did not like how that played out. Just don't kick him out to begin with.
No, but otherwise, I thought the match was fucking bonkers. I thought Kenny Omega being the first person to ever kick out of the One-Winged Angel is fantastic, and he did it at a 1 count, which was fucking cool.
Yeah. That was amazing. That
and then how
exploded after that.
Yeah,
that
coming up with so much anger after the 1 count was awesome.
Bro, Kota Ibushi did it already too, didn't he? Just saying, my fuck boy. No, nothing. That's right. I'm the king of AEW.
Here's the problem with the phone gimmick here, and because I had to be invited in, I can't see the comments on the side. Like I don't know the layout on the phone. And if anyone has been listening to the Wizards for a long time, you know, last time I did the phone gimmick, I ended the show. So I'm not trying to end the show prematurely again.
All right, well, here we go. Let's hear. So Ryan Sullivan said, I'm late. What happened to Matt? Matt's in the fucking Turkish prison somewhere, probably Turkey. Scott George, Matt has Kate's internet. Ryan says he has no power but can stream. Oh, of course, Kate has no fucking clue what's going on. She's like, fellas, just got home. That's my Kate voice.
Well, Kate she was in that Forbidden Door. She went to Canada.
Right. She fall in. Kate, join us.
International.
Fuck the Wednesday show. Give us the scoop.
Yeah, fuck those motherfuckers. Wow.
Hey, and Tom from the broadcast. What's up, gentlemen? Matt's in prison. Send money.
Yes, please send money.
No, I thought turning that down.
I thought Ospreay Omega.
Is this true? Hangman kicked out of the One-Winged Angel on the show. He won the AEW title. Is that true? I don't remember that.
Go back and watch because I think they even said during the match that no one's kicked out of the One-Winged Angel.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember them saying this then. I thought the only times I remember it getting not a 3 count is it getting broken up in some other way, like someone else will come in and break it up.
All right, so Kate said no, he didn't, and I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's the answer to the question that you guys were looking for.
No, she was asking if the guy got the feet pics, and she said no, he didn't. Feet.
But Ospreay Omega delivered, man. It was a fucking hell of a match, and it continues. I think AEW did a really nice job of continuing to tell stories, even with a completely separate promotion involved. Mm-hmm. It furthers the Don Callis story, which obviously is going to lead back to Callis and Takeshita against Omega. That's a thing. We're going to get that. And if AEW's smart and if Tony Khan wants to, let's finish the trilogy at Wembley.
They have
put
to
this
do
in
it
the main
Wembley.
event. If you saw the press conference, the scrum, like Daniels was kind of not upset, but he was kind of like him going on after Ospreay and Omega. He was kind of like, it is what it is.
I saw him say that. He said someone had asked him how hard it is to go on after them, and I think his response was something like we were telling Tony, like, we don't really want to go on after them.
His response was, after that 6-man match, we can go on after anything.
Listen, I texted Matt earlier. The one thing on the show that didn't deliver in any way was that 6-man tag match. It was really, really bad. No one was on the same page at the same time.
Wait, was that the Jericho match?
Yeah.
Big surprise.
The decline has happened very quickly.
So, Matt, let me ask you this real quick before I forget. What did you think of because I said that my favorite match on the show was the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite and
the one that you forgot to pick.
Oh yeah,
Fuck you.
Sorry about that. Listen, Matt, if I had noticed it, I would have fucking said something.
Liar!
No, I swear to God, I would. He's done it to me a million times. He's done it for me a million times.
You know what? Kevin's the only one that said he would have said something. Tony didn't say a word.
Yeah, I apologize for not
I said
noticing.
take the fucking point. I don't give a shit.
He told you
I don't know.
Take the point.
I'm not taking no
Honor
at the end of the
system,
year,
bro. If we have no honor, we are nothing but thieves.
It's not going to matter. Tony's still going to win.
But Matt, let me ask you this though.
quoting.
So I thought Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega was a very close second to me, and it could easily be the match of the night. But what did you think of MJF Tanahashi? I didn't think they really clicked that well.
Go Ace.
You're seeing. I thought it was fine for what it is. You're seeing Tanahashi at the end of his career, so you're not going to get the. He's always going to be the ace, but you're not getting ace performance. His sling blade looks sloppy. His
hat looked really sloppy. That was a rough one.
Like even him sending MJF to the ropes or him going to like the buckle, like it just didn't look like they meshed very well together. And part of that could be because MJF is still, while very, very good, still very, very young, and they're just totally on the opposite end of the age spectrum in terms of experience in pro wrestling. But like I just it was fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing the match, like, because I have no right to bash the match. I thought it was okay, but they just didn't seem like they had any chemistry to me.
Which was the better match, Sonata and Jack or MJF and Tana?
Sonata and Jack.
Really?
And then I put CM Punk Kojima over both those matches.
Let me ask you this.
Nothing surprised me more than that match. Punk brought it. So did Kojima. That was great.
I love Punk in this match.
Worth a watch.
This made me a bigger Punk fan, this match.
I heard Sonata did an interview where he just fucking shit all over Jack Perry. He's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yes.
I guess anybody gets a fucking IWGP title shot now. It's fucking amazing.
So they played this up on the show where like Taz was like, that's not cool, man, that he said that. And then I think it was El Generico or maybe Kevin Kelly that said, not El Generico, Excalibur, that said, oh, maybe it's just mind games. Maybe he's just trying to get in the head of Jack Perry. But, like, to say that you don't know who your opponent is when he was just in a main event of a pay-per-view is kind of a dick move unless you're just working the angle.
Sonata's the fucking IWGP World Champion.
Yeah, but who, like...
Great Okada.
Was it an open challenge?
Yes, and they talked about that on commentary, but at the same time, it's... Because I think in Japan... They were calling Jack Perry son of Beverly Hills 90210 star.
They didn't call him jerk off Jack Perry?
That's kind of amazing. This all helps the heel turn.
It does, actually. You're right.
100%.
Absolutely.
Dude, when he turned heel and he's doing this, like that song's gone. He's not coming out the fucking Tarzan boy anymore.
Do you think he reunites with Luchasaurus and Christian?
Yeah, of course he does.
Wait, what are you yelling at me for?
Of course he does. It's AEW.
No, he might not.
I don't think he does. I think he goes a different path. I think Christian and Luchasaurus are on like collision.
Christian is perfect with everything. It's perfect.
Nah, I agree. I don't think Christian's ever been better, to be honest with you.
I think I'm with you, Kevin.
All right. Scott says Red Shoes. He was refereeing some matches.
Yeah, he refereed the Sonata match because it's the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Well, you know what's so good about that is I didn't even notice it. So that's what the referee
is for.
I didn't know that he was referring. I had no clue. So
Kate
right
said
now,
all masked people are the same to Kevin.
I'm a maskist.
You're a
Umino's
masochist.
son. Umino's son is Shota Umino.
So Red Shoe's son is Umino?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Well, they got the same name.
I did not know that either. What do you want from me, Tony? I call him Red Shoes. That's his name, Red Shoes.
That's what Umino means in Japan, red shoes.
That's right.
So
Umino's
I don't know
pizza.
how familiar you guys are with CM Punk, Samoa Joe, ROH like shoot interview where they talk about the trilogy. But that when Punk was in the corner and he kept yelling Lariat, 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 Kojima, Kojima, that's a shout out to Homicide.
I love it.
Oh, I did not know.
I didn't know that,
That's
but I
really
love
cool.
it. I loved it in the moment, but I had no idea the backstory of it, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that match might have been my second favorite match on the show.
Yeah, very underrated match, and because it was placed so
Very-
early, like
Yep.
you kind of forget about it because there's so much more after. But it was really, really good.
I agree.
And then TK spending that cheddar on the final countdown. Come on.
Did you
Fuck
see him
yeah,
talk?
dude.
Did you see him talk about that? He said it was like as much as like a wrestler contract, like insane amount of money for the one use.
TK don't play with his funds.
It's the best.
No,
It's amazing.
He can use it for the video on the I think he can go back through the AEW archives and use that song now though on like all if he wanted to.
Oh, really? He gets that much use
Yeah.
of it?
I can't even fucking look anything up.
But if
I'm
I'm Brian Danielson, I don't use it on like a Dynamite or a Rampage or a Collision. I just use it for like the big moments. Like I use it for a match like against Okada, or if I challenge for the World Championship or something like that. I don't use it on Dynamite. I use Flight of the Valkyrie still.
Does the entire Big Cock Club use the fucking Wild Things song, or is that just a Moxley thing?
Yes, we all do use the Wild Thing song.
We all.
We all use the Wild
So
song.
Shouldn't
The
Moxley get
Wild
pissed off
Thing
at
song.
Brian for like not using his music? Like, this is our music, bro. Like,
Well, they didn't even come out to Wild Thing.
what did they come out to?
Some fucking
It
badass
was,
song.
it was a difference. I liked it. It sounded
Yeah.
cool.
It was like a we mean business song.
Yes,
Like,
exactly that. That's perfect, Kevin.
Yeah,
We mean
They're
business.
not
that's right.
Yeah,
we
they're not petty.
all
They're not-
live. What's that?
care about songs. They're there to fucking beat ass, bro.
Yeah, we're here to drink blood and break bones.
But there was no blood.
We're here to eat
Bleed. I hope
bones.
he's
not
doing
bleed.
okay. I thought Danielson Okada was great too. It was a different level of greatness. It was more technical, and I think Brian breaking his forearm or elbow or whatever the fuck happened to him definitely affected the match. I was very surprised by the outcome.
So he got hurt in the match. I haven't been on the news sites at all today because I wanted to watch the show.
With
So I
like 8 minutes left, Kev, I think someone said he takes an elbow drop from Okada and had his arm in a weird spot and fractures his forearm.
Okay, so it looked like he was hurt, but I wasn't sure if he was selling or not. It looked like something was definitely wrong with his arm, but I wasn't sure if he was selling or not because, like I said, I wanted to stay off the news sites today until I finished the show. So
Matt,
that's unfortunate if he's hurt.
They said 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, that's not terrible. Still a bummer, but if you could still be a mouthpiece for the BCC, that works.
That's close to back for Wembley. That's like almost.
Oh fuck! I forgot about Wembley. Yeah.
That's like that's right on the edge of that 8 weeks. But I kind of agree with Matt. Like Ospreay and Omega, I love both this. I love both that match and the Danielson Okada one. But after Ospreay Omega, I felt like I needed a break from it. And after Danielson Okada, I wanted like more of it.
Fair.
That's the best way I can describe it. Like I really enjoyed it. It was really smart. Technically, it was amazing because, of course, it was going to be, and I'm hoping we maybe get another one day, even bigger stage somewhere, more time.
I think a lot of these matches that we saw on like the main ones, I'm pretty sure we're going to get rematches. Like, we're going to get a third Omega Osprey match. I think we're going to get another Bryan Danielson Okada match at some point, and probably most likely in Japan, because that's I guess that's the rule, right? Do you come here and do our stuff?
No.
And we'll go. It's not the rule.
Okada, wait, what? Okada Bryan? I would love that in Japan. I'm sorry. I am completely crippled by the fact that I have no power. So there's like 6 things going on right now. So I apologize if I'm not entirely paying attention, Kevin.
Okay, so I was saying that I think the 2 matches that we're most likely to see a rematch for are Okada Danielson and Osprey Omega.
Yes, I think Osprey Omega, it's got to be the main event for All In.
Yeah,
right. That's the thing in
in Wembley. Okay, I didn't think about Wembley. Yeah, so yeah, that would be in Wembley. You don't need to do that in Japan. You can do that in England for sure.
And you could run back Okada Danielson at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes. Yeah, yep. Perfect. Yep. I'm with you on that. 100%.
I think that's smart. They let him go to New Japan and do that.